Wow, Arsenal, well played. Arsenal beat Chelsea by 2 goals to 1, and I'm going to call a spade a spade. They were able to do so with the help of the referee because I want to show you Exhibit A. Just look at this picture and tell me this is not a penalty. Manchester United had a penalty situation like this today. They were awarded the penalty. How come Chelsea were not awarded this penalty? Just take a look at this. Look, I believe that there is a script that Arsenal has to win the EPL at all costs. And they are going to make it very difficult, in fact, impossible for Man City to win it. They don't want Semenyo to win the EPL. They are just going to do everything to favor Arsenal to win the EPL. We are not going to agree. Just take a look at this and tell me this is not a penalty. I want to tell you what a former Arsenal player had to say about this particular situation. This is coming from Wright, and he says that his arm has come up. I am baffled at what they are looking for. Declan Rice is actually holding him. His arms are up there, and now it moves up. When I saw that, I thought they were going to give a pen. But then you don't know what they are going to do up there. You look at the pen Manchester United got today, and I'm thinking that definitely this is a penalty. This is coming from Wright, a former player of Arsenal, saying that this particular incident was a penalty. I'm going to say it once more. There is a script that Arsenal has to win it, but we all know Arsenal. They are going to bottle it. Look, currently they are in good standing when it comes to the EPL. Currently with 64 points, having played 29 games. Man City have 59 points, having played 28 games. Points difference is 5. Man City has a game in hand. You understand? So currently, Arsenal have extended the lead, the gap, the points gap, which is very good for them. I'm just happy for them, you understand? But they should look into the mirror and ask themselves, the way we won the game, is that how we want to be winning games? With the help of referees? Do you want to be winning games with the help of referees? Let's be very objective here, you understand? Me, I just want to be objective. If they won that game fair and square, I would have said it. But it's just very clear. The referee in this game just went in favor of Arsenal. As simple as that. But then let's talk about the game and the goals that were scored in the game, the performance from these two teams. I'm not going to lie to you. When I saw the starting lineup, I just did not like Chelsea's defensive setup. I felt like it was their weakest, setup. Amongst all the players that were playing today, the combination, if you take a look at the centre-back pair, Sa and Chalobah, it was too weak in my own opinion. For Arsenal, they brought a very strong starting lineup. Their bench also were very strong. So you could see Arsenal were really prepared for a game like this. They were really, really prepared. Now, that game started, and I started noticing something with the way Chelsea was playing. Chelsea were building the game from the first half very slowly from the back. So the pass starts from the goalkeeper, then to the defenders, and they tried to push it forward. But one thing I noticed was that Robert Sanchez, the goalkeeper of Chelsea, was very shaky, very nervous, and this led to certain mistakes in the game, especially in the first half. He was lucky it did not result to any goal, but I felt like he was too shaky. The set pieces that Arsenal played today, I felt like Robert Sanchez should have commanded and structured the defense in a certain way. Yes, I know they have a way of defending, but communicate, talk to your players. I wasn't seeing that. Because if you take a look at the first goal that was scored by Arsenal through Saliba, let's not forget that ball deflected offside. It deflected offside. If they were communicating, that should have been prevented in the first place. That should have been prevented. But then Chelsea had the equalizer through an own goal, another set piece. So today it was aura for aura, set piece for set piece. If you score a set piece goal, I'm also going to score a set piece goal. That's what is happening in the game. Henkapié scored an own goal, giving Chelsea the equalizer in the game. And I was like, okay, game on. Let's see what will happen in the second half. In the second half, it was a total different game. I felt like Chelsea played better in the second half, especially in the first 10 minutes. I love the way Chelsea played. They were more composed. They were attacking more. They had intention to score. And I really enjoyed the way Chelsea played in the second half, first 10 minutes. As compared to the first half, I felt like the first half, they were just laid back. Now, in the second half, let me give you an account of something that happened that I wasn't really happy about. It was the second goal that was scored by Arsenal, by, Jurrien Timber. When Jurrien Timber scored that goal, I looked at the replay and asked myself, could this be prevented? And trust me, 100% yes, it could have been prevented. I think any team that is going to face Arsenal should know that Arsenal's biggest, strength is set piece. We are talking about a team that has scored more goals with set pieces this season than any other team, 22 goals. So you should know their strength, and you should work against that. Like, it should be something you should work against. So I feel like that second goal by Jurrien Timber should have been prevented. If you take a look at today's game, it was the defenders that got Arsenal all full 3 points. That is the honest truth. Nkapia with an own goal, he had a goal. You understand, on his own. That he dashed Chelsea 1 goal. Saliba scored a goal, a defender. Jurrien Timber scored a goal, a defender. If Gabriel had scored, then all of them would have scored a goal today. That is the funny aspect of everything. But I felt like in that game, in the second half, what really killed it for Chelsea was the red card to Pedro Neto. Look, Pedro Neto should have known that. Already receiving a yellow card, don't give the referee a chance. Don't give the referee a chance to give you a second yellow. It's easy to get yellow card in games as compared to a straight red card. It's very easy to get yellow card. I felt like that was a silly challenge. In my own opinion, I felt like that was a silly challenge by Pedro Neto. Because if he had done his things well, that shouldn't have been, a second yellow card. You should know, you should be smarter than this, because that really killed it for Chelsea. At that moment, they were shot 1 man down, and they couldn't attack like the way they were attacking, and that was not what they were expecting from the game. But I think Chelsea fairly played very well. Even after the red card, they played pretty well. But I mean, kudos to Arsenal. They played a very good game. I'm not going to lie, but I just felt like the officiating just went their way, and I don't like it, because it feels like every single time it's going their way, everything is becoming short for them. There's a script. Man City is breathing their neck, and they're trying to make sure that no, Arsenal always takes the lead. Look, it's very simple. Arsenal themselves, they know that with a few games left, if Man City sits on top of that table, it is over for them. They have bottled it. You understand? They'll be in panic mode. That is it. They know. Yes, Arsenal know. And today, it would surprise you to know that Chelsea had more corners than Arsenal. Chelsea had 10 corners in the game, but scored 1 goal with it. Arsenal had 5 and scored 2 goals. Look, Arsenal are masters of set pieces. We need to appreciate them and give them their credit. For that alone, we need to give it to them. Masters of set pieces. They just know how to just score goals with set pieces. When things are very difficult for them and they cannot score a goal through normal open play, they use set piece. They just use that. This Arsenal team, if they bottle the EPL, is their own fault, because I think everything is working in favor of them. Everything is working in their favor just to win this one. But I'm not happy because I want Semenyo to win the EPL. I'm a Ghanaian. I'm going to be biased. You understand? For this point, I'm going to be biased. But if Arsenal wins it fair and square, I'm going to accept my fate. But then it shouldn't be a situation where officiating and things are going in their favor. No. Then I'm going to sit here and say, no, I have to be biased because Semenyo and Man City also deserve the same favor whenever they're playing games. But then, guys, let me know what you think about the performances today, the officiating. Do you think it was good or not? And do you think Arsenal can go on to win this particular EPL? Let me know it down below in the comments. But once again, I'm going to stand on grounds. Semenyo and Man City are winning the EPL. Arsenal are going to definitely slip up. There's a game between these two, Man City and Arsenal. Definitely, that is where the slip up is going to happen. So, guys, let me know what you think about it. I'm going to end it here. My name is Adam. See you in the next one. Charlie, we go vibe.